A ball going over the goal line or not going over the goal line is factual, and a goal is the most important aspect of the game. Other aspects, penalties, offsides, they're matters of opinion. We watch Match of the Day, and on a Saturday evening, 4 or 5 hours after the game's finished, people are still arguing when they've had every opportunity to see it in slow motion. But that can't be said for a goal. So, as a referee, and I don't think any referee would disagree, they'd love to see the introduction of goal line technology sooner rather than later.
Most of the times when there's a goal line decision, the ball gets scooped back into play. Now, do you stop the game, or is there a farcical situation where the team go on and score down the other end, but you've got to call it all the way back to check that original goal line decision?
Yeah, I think that's why it hasn't been brought in more, years ago, really. It's got to be an instantaneous decision. The thing that you highlight is my argument against technology for other aspects of play. Because, you could, as you rightly say, it takes about 6 seconds from the ball to travel from one end of the field to the other. So if you had an appeal for a penalty, by the time they're looking at slow motion replays from different angles, you could have the farcical situation. The ball's in the net at the other end of the field, and then you could be in the process of sending someone off for bringing down the last defender, when all of a sudden you've got to withdraw that penalty, go back and give one at the other end of the field. That would just be absolutely farcical. With regard to the goal line situation, the only way I see it coming in, and as I understand it, there seems to be a couple of schemes, a couple of ideas that actually do this, where the minute the ball goes over the goal line, there must be a chip or something in the ball. Whoever's controlling that technology gets a signal to the referee within a split second. If you've stopped the game, you're never going to recreate that advantage to the other team. So yes, it's got to be something where the decision is, as the ball comes down over the line, it is given literally within a matter of a split second or two.
So just to sort of follow up on that, there'll be no issue, because everyone talks about the speed of the Premiership, and it's not going to be eroded, and it's not going to stagnate the play, and they're not going to get bored, essentially, of what is a free-flowing game.
Yeah, I mean, the only way... There are so many people within the game are saying it only takes a few seconds for the fourth official to look at a video replay or to look at various incidents over again. We've found out that isn't actually the case. It does take much longer than that, and sometimes after a long time, you see two managers from opposing teams. Okay, they might have a vested interest, but they see the same incident entirely differently. And it's for those reasons that I think for infield offences, it just wouldn't work.